Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free from narcissistic abuse with quantum tools and understanding. Trauma bonding is a narcissistic abuse phenomenon. It makes it incredibly difficult to break away from someone who is hurting us. Logically, this doesn't make sense. Why would we stay with somebody who is really bad for us and who is ripping our life and our soul apart? How have we been able to reconcile and justify what is happening to us in order to stay? The reason that we do this is because we are suffering from cognitive dissonance. And today I can explain to you what that really means in this Thriver TV episode. But before we get into the truth about why we stay attached, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel and for supporting the Thriver mission. And if you agree with my philosophies and haven't yet subscribed, I'd love you to please do so. And please also pass my videos on to those in need. Okay, so now let's do a deep dive into what cognitive dissonance really is. So what is it? Cognitive dissonance means that we are experiencing two opposing ideas that are creating confusion. A simple example of this would be the thoughts of, I want to stay home and relax, but I'd really like to meet up with friends tonight. It's a simple example. In the case of narcissistic abuse, an example of cognitive dissonance thoughts can go like this. She is so abusive, I need to leave to save myself, with he or she is only behaving like this because of a horrible childhood. I should stay and fix this. The cognitive dissonance creates the excuses for not pulling away and for taking care of ourselves. Other forms of cognitive dissonance can be reasons such as, I know this relationship is meant to be and I'm going to stay and see it through. Or worse still, he really is a great guy. It's me with all the problems and I know I make him act like this. Or if I love him enough, I know I can heal him. Or I'm the only person that truly understands her. I can't leave her. It's my duty to stay and love her with everything that I have. We decide to make our choices align with these reasons, even though our inner being is screaming, wrong town, I'm breaking down. Why do we do this? Why do we go with a version of truth in our head rather than listen to our emotions, which are the sole truth of our entire life? Because we're trauma bonded. What does that mean? Let's investigate. I want to talk to you about the real truth about trauma bonding. I've written a great deal about trauma bonding in the past, and there are so many ways that the narcissist behaves which trigger us into unhealed histories and insecurities that hook us into trying to resolve them with the person who's hurting us. And I'm including a link with this so that you can read more about trauma bonding when I've posted about that before. But you know, in regard to trauma bonding, when we get deeply underneath all of this, we understand the bottom line of what is really going on. It's to do with our subconscious belief systems in relation to any topic in our life. These are the driving force of our life that hooks us up with a people, situation, and events that exactly match those beliefs. If our inner identity holds the beliefs as a result of a traumatic past, generational wounds, or painful and devastating childhoods and future adult relationships of love hurts, or the people who love me leave me, replace me, invalidate me, annihilate me, and the list goes on, then this is what we continue to experience in our life. Narcissists are famous for delivering this. And of course, understandably, we have also formed the inner identity beliefs of I'm not worth loving. There must be something wrong with me, or I'm incapable of getting love or my life right. So naturally, we continue going through this over and over again. Neuroscientists now know that our subconscious controls 40 billion bits of information per second throughout our entire systems, whereas our logical mind only controls 40 bits per second. What do you think is pulling the strings of your life? Your almighty subconscious or your conscious thoughts? Okay, so at this point you may be wondering what all of this has to do with trauma bonding and cognitive dissonance. Well, it has everything to do with it. Your mind will come up with all the excuses and justifications to create the validity of the traumatic subconscious program. The brain, with its limited power, defaults to agree with the powerhouse of the already existing subconscious programs. As revolutionary neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza says, the brain follows the body always. So how do you escape trauma bonding and cognitive dissonance? I'll share with you how I achieved this. I completely embraced that the inner belief systems I had in relation to love and relationships were filled with pain. All of my life I'd felt unloved, unlovable, and unworthy of love. That was the truth. And of course, I'd been attempting to cover that up. I'd been trying to be worthy of love with all of my might by trying to be what I thought I needed to be for other people to love me. Additionally, I realized that I've been making the excuses and justifications to stay with people who hurt me, and I tried to change and fix them rather than let go and heal myself. To rectify this once and for all, I knew my life going forward had to be an inside job. It was all between me and me. Focusing on anybody else was not going to give me my emancipation from this. Most people, before understanding the deeper truths, when attempting to heal from cognitive dissonance, try to address the problem at the level that it doesn't exist. They try to do it logically. They try to think their way out of it. Yet the problem exists in the subconscious, not in the cognitive mind. The issue is not the thoughts that are the reasons that you're staying attached. These thoughts are a symptom of what is going on in the subconscious programs. Unless the subconscious programs are addressed, the thoughts will keep coming back because the brain is following the body. It doesn't matter how much we talk, research, and even get cognitive therapy. We may be able to hold healthier decisions for a very short amount of time, yet the powerhouse of the 40 billion bits per second will have its way. A deep shift has to happen on the inside of you, within your inner identity, and then your brain will follow. Are you having the epiphany yet about why you're coming up with reasons and justifications for staying attached, or breaking no contact, or trying to go in and get accountability even though you know you can't? Despite knowing how much extra pain it brings every time you do it? Is it becoming clear to you what is really going on deep within you beneath the level of your conscious understanding? If you really do get it now, I want you to stop this video and write below, bingo, I get it. That's essential. It's essential to get it if you're going to break free from this. You can't know the following that I'm about to share with you until you get to the other side of this, but I promise you that it's true. Organically, without these traumas, you are a whole, self-generative, self-honoring person who would no longer be connected to painful and traumatic love than a health-conscious person would eat a greasy hamburger. I hope that this has truly helped. Okay, so if you've had enough of the pain and you know it's your time to become healthy on the inside, then that's precisely the healing work I provide. All you need to do to get started is click the link at the top right of this video. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a like and share with people who you know are stuck in the justifications that are keeping them bonded with people who are hurting them. And as always, I am so looking forward to answering your comments and your questions below. So until the next one, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there's nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.